what in the world, what in the world am I having for breakfast at this meeting? So I just got done with the meeting. I go to a lot of meetings. I go to a lot of events in the morning for breakfast, right? So, and of course, today there was no snacks out. There was no continental breakfast. There were no items out. So people like bring their own coffee and and stuff like this. And there wasn't much in the room today, but so I brought my smoothie. I brought my half-gallon mango, banana, coconut, pineapple, orange smoothie that I spiked with some vitamin C and some little vanilla in here. And I usually spike my smoothies with some vitamin C because since I'm a runner and just the stress on my body, vitamin C is a great anti-inflammatory. So are other things like ginger. So I put ginger in sometimes, but I have vitamin C handy. So I just drop in 2 grams of vitamin C. So people are looking at me, right? People always look at me when I bring this big thing in. They're like, sometimes it's green, sometimes it's different colors. I never do chocolate, but sometimes it's more brown because of the things I put in it. Because I make like a cinnamon like date banana or cinnamon date pear sometimes. So they turn brown, and people are like, man, what in the world? What in the world is that? And they're like, you're gonna drink all that? I'm like, that's my breakfast. That's my smoothie. They're like, that's a ton of food. Are you gonna eat all that? So today I had one guy said to me, he goes, man, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed that you finished almost all of that. I was like, that's going to be gone by the time I get back to my office a couple blocks away. It's like, I'm really impressed. And it's like, I just want to say to people sometimes, like, yeah, I'm really impressed that you're drinking coffee with cow pus in it and sugar, and I'm just impressed that you're eating, like, that you ate 2 donuts. I'm impressed you had a bagel with cream cheese on it. I'm just really impressed that, I would never go to somebody and say, I'm impressed, that you had 2 slices of pizza, and then start a whole conversation with him and this and that. And it's just interesting. I guess people find it fascinating that I'm odd, that I'm not normal, or that I'm trying to be healthy. I don't know. I didn't get too much flack today. It wasn't flack at all. Just, but sometimes I get flack. And it's like, that's too much sugar. That's too many bananas. Too much. I could never eat that much food. Of course you can't eat that much food because you're filling up on crap like bacon and eggs and croissants and donuts and all this other stuff. Yeah, if I had 2 donuts either, I couldn't, or a bagel with cream cheese. I wouldn't be hungry either. But this is like food that your body understands, that recognizes, that it knows what to do with. It's good high quality carbs. It's good high quality food, as opposed to stuff that's just totally processed. I mean, yeah. So one can argue and say, well, Marcus, that's processed too. You put it in a blender. Yeah, you know what? I'm doing the blender did the same thing that my mouth and my digestion was going to do. It's going to process it. It's going to break it down. So, some people say, oh, I only eat the whole fruit. I don't make smoothies. It's not good for you. Well, you know what? It just helps the digestion process move along. It's only what your body's going to do. I'm not saying this should be every meal, right? This shouldn't be every meal, but man, I pack in 600, 700, 800, 1,000 calories in a smoothie. There wasn't that many in this morning. There was only like 3 bananas, so 300 calories. Plus some coconut water, a lot of mangoes. I don't know how many calories the mangoes had. So maybe I had 600 calories in here, maybe. But after a run, sometimes I'll make these smoothies and have 1,000 calories in them, because I'll make probably 10 bananas, because after you run 10, 15 miles, I'm like hungry. I'm like, yeah, bring the food on, bring the carbs on, bring it on. I'm starving. I am starving. So I didn't run yet today. I'm probably not going to run today because I'm running a marathon this weekend, a trail marathon. So I've kind of tapered down all week, and I'll take a few days off before the marathon. It's not an official timed marathon. It's just a fun run with me and some people, some friends, and some new friends to be made. That's the one cool thing about running. You meet up for these fun runs, or you meet up for races and stuff, especially the trail stuff, the endurance stuff, because you meet new people. And you'll spend like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours running with a group of people you didn't know before. Maybe one person you knew in the group, or 2 people, but you get to meet all these new people. Next time you go to the next race, the next event, the next marathon on the mountain, the next big trail run gathering, that's just how many more people you know. And it's like really, really cool, because they're going to introduce you to more people, and you're going to introduce them to people that you know, and you're going to get other people involved. So it's really, really cool. Be able to go out and just run hours with people, because I like to talk. I like to talk a lot. And when I run, I like to talk, and I'm just a social person. So it's just an easy way for me to be like, yeah, let's just have a conversation for the next 2 hours, 3 hours. We'll get to know each other, right? You're gonna know my kids, you're gonna know about my wife, I'm gonna know about your family and stuff like that. So that's a really cool part. But my smoothie, oh man, this is so good. Mango, banana, vanilla, coconut water, delicious. So I'm never afraid of, what I bring to a meeting or out and about. I just bring it. If it's food. It's food. You should never be afraid too. Some people are like, well, I'm too afraid to do that, Marcus. I know that's good for me. I'm just too afraid to bring my own food, my own smoothie. I don't know what people are going to say about it. I'm afraid to bring 4 or 5 bananas with me to the meeting. Screw it. Take it. It's your food. So it makes you feel good. It's being healthy. You might be an inspiration for people, So yeah, so I can't believe I drank all this. Just can't believe it. No, neither can anybody else. Oh man, I can't wait to drink the rest of it. So yeah, bring your own food, rock it out, show other people, teach other people, show them that they don't have to bring coffees and donuts and bagels to meetings. They don't have to do all that kind of stuff. Show them something different. Show them something healthy. Lead by example, and just be the role model. Be that person. Be that different person. Be that person that stands out. Be the person known as, hey, there's a guy with the green smoothie, the green potions, or all the fruit, or whatever you're bringing. There's that guy. There's that guy, right? People do it with clothes. They do it with cars. They stand out. Stand out with your food. Totally stand out with your food. That's it. Just wanted to talk about my experience in bringing foods and other kind of stuff to meetings, out about at social events. Even if it's like, it's like a picnic or something, or potluck or something. Obviously potluck, you bring food anyway, but like if I'm going to a place that I know that I'm not going to be able to eat because they have a concession there, I'll bring my own food. I don't bring my own food to restaurants because that's rude, because they're in business for a specific reason. But if you have strict dietary concerns, call the restaurant ahead of time, right? Make sure that they can handle your dietary concerns. Make sure they can make something for you. But if you're going to a baseball game, a little league game or somewhere, this and that, I'll go to my kids' soccer games, softball games, baseball games, basketball games. I'll go to all those, and I got this with me. I got it with me. This is what I'm doing. I got the bananas with me. I got the dates with me. I got the figs with me. I got the apples with me. I got it all with me. So who cares what people think? I got the watermelon. I'll take 2 gallons of diced watermelon to my son's baseball game, right? And of course the other kids devour it and they want it from me, but I'll take that. I'll take a big salad, right? I'll take a huge salad, big bowl or a big plastic container, and I'll chop all my stuff up in there, my tomatoes, my lettuce, my cucumbers, my onions, and my fat-free dressing I'll put on there, and I'll totally rock it out. And who cares? Who cares what people think? I don't care what people think. It's what feels good to me. That's totally what feels good to me. I don't want people to think that I'm a French fry eater, that I'm a fish and chips eater, that I'm a potato chip eater. I don't want people to think that, that I'm eating all that crap. I don't want people to think that. I want people to think that, hey, I want people to know what I'm doing. So I'd hate people to think, hey, man, there's that guy that just eats like crap, right? Eats like crap. Because, when you don't look good out in public, I hate to say, but people judge you. They don't say much though, right? They don't say much. Like, they might say something to each other, but people really judge people by the way they look. And I'd rather they're going to judge me anyway, right? Whether I look healthy, whether I look fat, whether I look too thin, they're going to judge. People are going to say stuff anyway. I want them to say, there's that dude with that big ass smoothie. There's that dude with all that fruit. There's that dude that shows up with 2 gallons of diced watermelon for his son's baseball game while my kid's eating Skittles and hot dogs. I want to be that dude because they're going to judge me anyway, right? So let them judge me. I want to be that dude that's making a difference. I want to be that dude that's standing out. I want to be the guy, because you're not going to stand out eating hot dogs, right? To me, you're going to stand out because I'm like, oh, But, people, you don't stand out when you eat hot dogs and pizza and all that kind of crap. And I just want to be, man, I just want to say to them, man, you impressed me by eating 2 slices of pizza. You impressed me by being that whole bag of Skittles and M&Ms. That was impressive. That was an impressive move. How'd your body handle it? How'd your body actually deal with that full bagel and cream cheese, and how did your body process all that bacon you eat? I just want to be that guy when it says, just watch them and just reverse the roles, right? Be like, are you okay? Is that I'm in shock. I'm just in shock that you just like devoured that. I'm like, good thing there's like the emergency room close to here, you know? Funny thing was, hey, I'm driving through town and it was at lunchtime. I gotta tell you, our McDonald's parking lot here is a huge parking lot. It's a big all McDonald's parking lots are kind of big, right? The drive-through was wrapped around to the main road. I'm like, what? People still line up at McDonald's for lunch like this? There's still that type of a demand for McDonald's, for fast food, for food that you know is bad for you. You downright know McDonald's is bad for you. You downright know that. You have to be an idiot. You'd be living under a rock in a cave not to see all the social pressure, the internet pressure, the media pressure on these fast food companies and the crap that they're giving us. And it's just lined out right outside to the street. There must have been 20 cars deep in the McDonald's drive-thru. And I'm like, you're only smart until you're stupid, right? Most of those people know what they're doing. They absolutely know what they're doing. But they weren't smart enough to plan lunch in the morning. You know, I deal with a lot of sales reps all day long because they come into my restaurant and they're trying to, sell me stuff. They're doing their rounds, their visits. You'd be surprised because some of them actually plan and they say, I got my lunch with me. Others, sometimes I'll offer them lunch. So I'm like, oh, I got lunch. I brought my lunch. I brought it back. Or I'm just going to go grab this here. I'm going to go grab it here. Some of these sales reps totally plan. Not many of them, but they totally plan and they're eating healthy. And other guys are just like, screw it. I just grab what I can grab, I'm like, man, this is your health you're talking about. This is your health. This is your life. Makes you a productive person. And you can see like the difference in people that like bring their own lunches and everything. And you can tell because like there's one guy that comes to see me who's a wine rep and he's a runner. He's a runner like me. And he's serious about his food. And some of the other reps, there was one beer rep that I used to have. He used to be like, I can't even walk 6 steps and you're running 6 miles. And, he would just grab crap from anywhere to eat for lunch. So there's like a direct correlation there between healthy body movement and planning ahead for your lunch. This takes planning, but so does going to Dunkin' Donuts for coffee. That takes planning. And so does going to McDonald's. I think going to McDonald's takes patience waiting in a line with 20 cars, 15 cars, or 5 cars, right? That takes planning as well. So bring your own lunch, bring your own food, bring your own smoothie. Bring it with you. Show it off. Even share it. Share it if somebody wants some. Yeah, I got some for you. You want to try some? People are always shocked when they try my smoothies, especially my green smoothies. Like, I had no idea it was that good. I'm like, it's because you've never made it, right? You've never taken the time to actually make something like that's nutritious. Your idea of a smoothie is like yogurt and milk and chocolate and peanut butter, right? Take the time to make something good. Get on the internet, follow some people that are doing some awesome smoothie health recipes. And it's so easy. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. Thanks for watching this. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and definitely pass it on.
Right, I can't stop it tonight. This epidemic, I'm trying to fight, but pressure's rising now. It's in the danger zone. Somebody help me, I'm about to go terminal. It's an epidemic, all is clear.